I am Max Payne. My wife and daughter were murdered. It had something to do with the designer drug V. I transferred from the NYPD to the DEA, went undercover to find their killers. I got too close. I was framed for murder. With nothing to lose, I went after the Mafia during the worst winter storm in a century. My first stop was Vinny Gagnetti, a lowlife in the habit of taking his frustrations out on underage call girls. I left him bleeding in an alley after I'd gotten what I wanted out of him. I met Mona Sachs in a gothic nightclub, Ragnarok. She was a hired killer. We were after the same man, her sister's sadistic husband. I was drawn to her for all the wrong reasons. I made a deal with Vladimir Lem. The Russian was a smooth operator. He helped me get to the mob boss I was after, but I was in over my head. The government was involved. A mystery man called Alfred Woden told me the name of my real enemy, Nicole Horn. Woden and Horn were both members of a secret society, the Inner Circle. She was behind V, behind everything. While working for the DA, my wife had accidentally seen papers that incriminated Horn. Woden promised to take care of the charges against me if I took Horn out. Deputy Chief Jim Bravura of the NYPD was trailing me by the empty shell casings that I left behind. Gunshots made me deaf to the sirens, but they couldn't drown the sobs of my dead wife. Mona sided with me against Horn. She took a bullet for that. Her body disappeared behind closing elevator doors. I killed Horn. I gave myself up to the police. I had enough evidence against Woden to know that he'd keep his promise. I lied to myself that it was over. I was still alive. My loved ones were still dead. It wasn't over.
What's up, you beautiful people? I'm your host, the one and only Danger Dave, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. It's actually been a minute since I've played Max Payne 2, and if I'm being honest with you guys, which I always want to be, when I play Max Payne games, I generally play 1 or 3. It's actually been a hot second since I've played Max Payne 2. But I did kind of refresh myself with the controls and all that, so it doesn't look like I completely don't know what I'm doing. But let's go. And we're gonna play on hard-boiled.
God, I turned out to be such a damsel in distress.
They were all dead. Love kills. Did I love her? Was there a choice? The past is a gaping hole. You try to run from it. The more you run, the deeper, more terrible it grows behind you. Its edges yawning at your heels. Your only chance is to turn around and face it.
We are at the scene. Repeat, we are at the scene.
But it's like looking down into the grave of your love.
Check the area. Hold your fire.
Or kissing the mouth of a gun, a bullet trembling in its dark nest, ready to blow your head off.
We're losing him.
Multiple gunshot wounds, pupils blown, head trauma, God only knows what
He's in
else.
shock. Start 2 large bore IVs, get him to ICU.
He's not responding. This guy is a train wreck. We're losing him.
When I woke up in the hospital earlier tonight, I thought it couldn't get any worse. I opened my eyes, and everything slid into focus. She was dead. I was hurt. My crime, what I had done, was like a hungry pit behind me. I had to run, get as far away from it as possible. The world was out of joint. I was hallucinating. I had to get away.
Max, the route's clear.
Allow me to present Max Payne. Come on, officer.
We're here.
Payne, my friend.
Payne?
You need to get out of there. We need to leave now. Sorry,
Okay, so right off the bat here, what you can definitely clearly see different than the first Max Payne game is everything just looks so much better. I don't think Max Payne 1 looks bad. It definitely shows its age, you know, it's definitely aged like milk. But I like it, you know, it has a certain charm to it. But from what I learned, I believe the developers thought this was going to be the last Max Payne game, so they really put all their effort and got a bigger budget for this game, and it looks so good, and it controls better. It's not as clunky as the first game, it's a lot more smoother, and Max has some new moves up his sleeve this time. And also, unlike Max Payne 1, we're not really starting at the beginning. I mean, the cutscene did, but this right here is more towards the end, so you don't exactly know what happened or how it happened, and there's a lot more puzzle pieces to fit in. You know, Max Payne's story was pretty straightforward, you could pretty much guess how it was going, but this one's definitely got a lot of twists and turns in it, and I do like it. As you can hear the echoes of the past, of a future we haven't really seen yet. It's weird how that works. But before you go, be sure to grab your painkillers. Max goes nowhere without being highly medicated.
Max, what's going on?
Anyone there?
Max, about what happened.
I would fuck her.
Who's fucking who?
Hey! Drop your weapons!
NYPD, freeze!
What were you thinking?
Back off, Payne.
Max? Max, answer me, Max!
Oh god, there's the voices in my head again. I gotta tell those SOBs to shut the hell up.
What are you still afraid of? What do you want from me?
There was a blind spot in my head. A bullet-shaped hole where the answer should be. Call it denial. I wanted to dig inside my skull and scrape out the pain.
Ooh, I would get a little messy there, Max. Might scoop out a little too much.
Is this the Payne residence?
Dr. Magdalena from ER. You can give away the bed you were holding for me. That detective we were waiting for was DOA. She's headed for the morgue.
Ah, don't give me flashbacks like that. Hallucinating, flashbacking Max Payne is definitely not good. Alright, before you head into this room right here, be sure to stock up on all the painkillers. And this is the good shit. This is like the hospital quality stuff, so you definitely want to just stuff all your pockets full of the good shit. Thank you.
I'll deal with Payne. He's as good as dead.
Freeze, NYPD! Found him.
You found death, buddy. Alright, and that's beautiful. Like I said, everything is just so much better in Max Payne 2, and there's actual physics and collision detection and stuff. Because in the first game, guys would just like clip through like toilet seats and stuff. It was kind of hilarious, but now it's all physics-based. You can knock stuff over, and it looks quite nice, especially in bullet time. And also, Max now can melee with his weapon. If you just ever have the urge to smack a bitch.
She's one of them. She's here to kill me.
Back off, Payne.
Winterson!
Alright, so this is actually something that it took me a couple of playthroughs to realize what it was. And at first I thought it was just, decoration. You weren't supposed to look too closely at it. But these pictures right here on this like little daycare, or nursery, basically tell the story of Max Payne 1. So you can see there, it says dad, police officer, happy family. You notice the dad's wearing a black jacket. But then the evil V monster comes, kills the family, and leaves the daddy very sad. And you can actually see the what the fuck? These are ghost pictures. Stop clipping in and out of reality. My mind's messed up all the way it is. I got probably like a concussion. I'm all hopped up on painkillers. Now is not the time to do that. But you can definitely see the wallpaper in there is the same wallpaper that was in Max's baby girl's room.
Men caught me. Their black van took me out of the city. The countryside was sickeningly pretty. The sun setting on a sweet summer day, rain sparkling on grass, birds in the trees, children playing. The Pink Bird Mental Institute. Mira's men pretended to be hospital wardens.
The flesh. The flesh. I think I died. I think I'm dead. I don't know. I don't know. Death is coming. It's coming. They're here. They're here. Get away. Get away. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you.
They said I was an escaped mental patient.
Diagnosis? Paranoid schizophrenic. You are insane. Psychotic. You have to eat plenty of pills to get better.
They lied that I had killed my girlfriend. John Mira came to mock me in the bathroom mirror. The flamingo was with him.
Mirror are more on that television.
Mira claimed my girlfriend had turned evil, joined him.
She has dyed her hair red.
I smashed the mirror. I'd kill them all.
Stay tuned as Address Unknown continues.
So just like in Max Payne 1, there's a whole slew. In fact, I think there's like 3 of them in this game of like TV shows that you can watch. And I like how we have subtitles for a TV show that we're watching in a video game. Now, I planned on watching all this stuff right here. At least like the TV shows. You know, I could do whatever. If you want to watch them with me, I can do that. But if you would rather not, just let me know in the comments below.
Payne! You're not going anywhere. What happened out there? You did it. Eternal affairs is breathing down my neck. Did you do it? You killed her.
No, I can't.
Go! Bullshit!
What the? They were after me. It was my fault. You can't run from your past. You'll end up running in circles. Until you fall back down to the same hole you were trying to escape from. Only the hole's grown deeper.
So one thing you're definitely going to notice about Max this time around, in the first game, you know, he was still the cynical, you know, vigilante undercover cop, but he still had, like, you know, a sense of humor about stuff, but in this game, he's definitely grown a lot darker and a hell of a lot more cynical.
I had tried to run from it, edit it out. Winterson was dead. I was a murderer. false start. The hospital bed wasn't the beginning. It was past the point of no return. The fatal choice already made. And it would get worse before the end. The past is a puzzle, like a broken mirror. As you piece it together and you cut yourself, your image keeps shifting, and you change with it. It could destroy you, drive you mad. It could set you free.
You, inside. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands above your head.
You'll see the choices you didn't know you'd made, like staying at work late to chat with a friend, instead of hurrying home to your family.
Fan out, people! Circle around! Cover all the exits!
Kissing her, I think of the cold laws of cause and effect.
Where are those extra units? Call the Central. We need every available unit here now!
I am afraid, but I start again from the beginning. Trace my own steps to the scene of the crime. I had wanted to be punished for what I had done, but Alfred Woden had kept his word. With his influence, ridiculously, I had emerged from my history of violence unscathed. A hero. I didn't thank him. I couldn't stomach it. I left the DEA. I went back to where I had started out. Back to the job. The NYPD.
Reported shots fired in the warehouse there, acknowledged.
It's mine. I'm on it.
10-4.
It wasn't a call for a homicide detective, but I knew the address. The warehouse belonged to Vladimir Lem. He was connected to organized crime. We went back a while, like brothers caught on opposite sides in a civil war. His words. I need backup. Unknown number of armed perps inside. Possible hostage situation.
10-4, backup is on its way.
I'm going in.
Max, did you seriously have your gun unloaded? Come on, man. Get with the program. You're supposed to keep your piece loaded at all goddamn times, especially in New York. What are you doing, man? Come on. Alright, so this chapter right here it's not terribly long, but I am reaching really close on time here, folks. So I think backup is going to have to wait until the next episode. You people in there, hang tight. I will be coming for you in the next episode. So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited to play this game again. Like I said, I haven't played it in a while. So, maybe... I remember enjoying this game a lot, but maybe, time has changed my perspective on it. You never know. I always love coming back to games that I remembered either hating or liking, because you never know. Your opinion on it just might change. And that kind of excites me a little bit. You never know. But alright, folks. As always, if you like this episode, you already know what you gotta do. I love you guys, and I'll see you next episode.